So welcome to 10 of 10, the LinkedIn Challenge, and this is my first tip for you to reflect on. Now, these tips I'm going to give you are not really tips in which you do something, more something to be curious and reflect about. And the first one is, the world isn't as it looks. So that's a great big statement. So what do I mean about that? Well, if you start to explore this, and I really recommend that you actually explore this in your minds today, as if you were 5 or 6 years old, and you'll start to notice that what we experience in our minds and in our worlds feels real, but isn't true. So what do we mean by feels real, but isn't true? Well, everything we're feeling, seeing, hearing and creating in our realities, in our mind's eye, feels real. It will look like it's coming from the outside world. It will look like events and circumstances and people can cause what we experience and what we feel. But actually, that's not the case. Actually, it's coming from our minds. Our minds work like projectors, not cameras. So what's the big deal about that? How does that help to spot that? Well, we live life as if the outside world of events, circumstances, the past, the future have a causal power to create our experience, but they don't. And the wonderful thing is that when you start to experience that that's the case, that it's coming from the mind and it's feeling real but isn't true, you automatically get a greater sense of freedom because the mind's aperture opens. So the key thing to explore and experiment with today is that the world isn't what you think it is. It feels real but isn't true. And when you spot that, you find more freedom, resourcefulness, resilience, creativity, all those wonderful things. So have a play with that and see what happens. And I look forward to hearing from any of your comments or observations in the comments. Have fun.